This is a quick demo of Integry. Here I'm logged into Acme events. I use it to invite my customers to webinars, but my customer data is usually in HubSpot and I love to sync it over to Acme. Let's see how with Integry. Let's go to settings. Here we have integrations. I can browse and use all these integrations. This entire section is powered by Integry. Let's go ahead and set up the HubSpot integration. We're going to add our HubSpot account. By default, Integry handles authentication, but you can white label this as well. Let's proceed. This integration creates attendees inside Acme events. You can see the name field is already set up. The email field is left empty and I can map it with a field from HubSpot. I'm going to go ahead and pick it up here. Let's save this. This is now set up. If I want to sync with another HubSpot account, I can go ahead and create another. I already have HubSpot opened up here with the contact form filled in. Because we now have the integration set up, I'm going to go ahead and create this contact. Let's go back to Acme. You can see the user we added, Obi-Wan, is now added in Acme. Let's go behind the scenes and see how these integrations were built. Here I'm logged into my Integry account and you can see all the integrations here as well. In Integry, we call them flows. Let's dig into the HubSpot flow. Here you can see a trigger from HubSpot that fires whenever there's a new contact created inside HubSpot. You can see the output here. As a next step, we create a contact in Acme. You can see the API call here. In the body, you can see we're passing these two fields, but we want these fields to be mapped to HubSpot fields by the user. For that, we've added the fields to the setup form. This is the same form we saw when we set up the integration. We can add and customize fields here without coding. As we saw, we've pre-mapped the name field with the first name and last name for HubSpot, but we've let the user decide how to map the email field. We can also monitor usage. Since we created this integration as an Acme user, you can see it shows one user. Let's go ahead and click that. This is our user. And inside HubSpot, they created this integration. You can see that this integration ran 2 times. The first time it ran to set itself up, and the second time is when we created the contact in HubSpot. Let's see what it did. You can see the individual steps here. Let's dive in deeper to HubSpot to see the API call itself. And you can see the actual payload we received HubSpot. And finally, we create the attendee inside Acme. Once you build your flow, here's how you embed it in your app using a ready-to-use Integry marketplace. You simply take this code and embed it into your app. You can skin it with your own CSS, decide which flows to show. Most importantly, you can now add flows to this marketplace from within Integry, no code needed. I can change the layout from inline to pop-up as well. Here is an example of that. There are a ton of other options. Please see our documentation for more. I hope this was helpful. Sign up and take it for a spin.